Is it visible beta? Tell me fast. Is it visible? Is it visible? I'll send it. I'll send it. Yes, beta. Now, understand this part. Today I am going to teach again biology section. This is very, very important to remember, beta. Now, listen. Till now we were discussing about, different parts, beta. In that one part we have understood about shape and size of cell. After understanding shape and sizes of cell, why different shells are exactly of different sizes, that part we have understood. Now beta, then cell volume, then cell number. Definitely beta, those multicellular organism will have differently, definitely beta will have more number of cells. Okay, now look here. Now okay, now beta, now let's start the class fast, because okay, now look here beta. Now we know that according to the function of the cell, the sizes of the cell, the shape of the cell will be definitely varying beta. Now what we are going to do is, we will primarily go inside and try to understand how a cell will be exactly looking, what are the different organelles of the cell, are they living, are they dead, are they, how they are doing the function, exactly what is the work of plasma membrane, what is the work of cytoplasm, what is the work of Golgi apparatus, means whatever organelles are present inside the cell beta, what is their function, that also now we are going to understand. Fine. So one by one, if someone will tell me, good afternoon good morning everyone, I'm just checking your attendance also, don't worry. So beta, exactly when someone will be telling me that how a cell will be look like, what are the three major part you are going to divide the cell on, then I will be saying that definitely the shape and size and activities vary of cell, but they have three major functional region. The most important three major functional region of a cell. Three major functional region. This should be present in your note. So a cell will have three major functional region. In absence of any one of it, cell function will not be to its exact capacity. So now we have to understand, the first one is the cell membrane or plasma membrane and cell wall. So now look here beta, in animal plasma membrane will be seen, but in plant you will be seeing cell wall. So the outer coating, definitely cell wall will be there. In animal, no. In plant will have cell wall, animal cells will not have cell wall. So this is the most important difference between plant cell and animal cell. Again I am repeating, plant cells will have cell walls, but animal cells will not have cell wall. Plant cells will have cell wall, animal cells will not have cell wall. Very good everyone. Ashwin, super beta. So plant cell is exactly having cell wall, animal cell do not have cell wall. Okay, now next is exactly nucleus. Nucleus play a very important vital role in transmitting the genetic hereditary information of the species to the coming generation. So beta, this is most important, prominent, needed part of a cell. Beta, if I will say that I will not be knowing 1 2 3 4, then 1 2 3 4, if I don't know how, what is 1, what is 2, what is 3, what is 4, then how can I be solving maths? Okay, if I am not knowing ABCD alphabets, then how can I will be writing English? So definitely beta, in the same way, if a genetic information of a species will not be there, then how can speciation, means how can species generation will continue? Because beta, they just copy the informations that is present in the parent gene, and then they are exactly making the same copies. So definitely same copies means here these copies will have variations according to the exactly type of reproduction, asexual or sexual. But beta, still you have to understand one very important point here is we need some information, genetic information, then only we can replicate, we can exactly make a species. So definitely beta, genetic information, nucleus contains chromosomes, absolutely correct beta, absolutely correct Shrutika. So now here you have to understand not only chromosomes beta, it is containing nucleolus also. Nucleolus is a very major part that at the time of teaching nucleus na beta, I will be showing you all the pictures and explaining you. Okay, so don't worry about all that, you will be understanding all important. That is exactly, I think she is talking about the gene one. Okay, very good beta, the chromosomes are exactly containing that informations. DNA is there, deoxyribonucleic acid, that is exactly genetic coding is present inside it. So definitely you have to understand these factors very nicely, that genetic information must be there. So nucleus presence is making the things very important for a cell. So definitely cell is needing nucleus. And then this is exactly the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is what? The fluid part of the cell is exactly the cytoplasm. Then someone will be asking me that why cytoplasm is so important. I will say that, okay, you understand one very important thing, all the organelles, means whatever food, water soluble food we are getting, we are exactly transferring it into the cell. Then plasma membrane is also called as selectively permeable membrane, which this will allow the most important things to go inside. Now this fluid part of the cell will be exactly taking all these things and it will transmitting and sending to wherever it is needed. Not only that, whatever enzymes formation energy, that is what you call pyruvate form, after that pyruvate transform from cytoplasm to that region. So many small functions are there which is exactly incomplete in absence of cytoplasm. So this cytoplasm is also one of a very prominent section. So if someone will tell me to divide nucleus, someone will tell me to divide a cell, three important functional regions, so I will say that definitely the outer coating is very important. So permeable, that is the exactly the plasma membrane is a one, because it is only compiling the cell together. So plasma membrane is the most important part, then the nucleus is the next important part, then the fluid part of the cell is exactly. But beta, organelles are also there, and organelles do a very important job there. But since organelles are also playing a very vital role beta, we cannot ignore its absence, and we cannot we cannot ignore its presence. I am saying absence means we cannot ignore its presence. We know that they are doing their vital job. But beta, functional differentiation, if someone wants to do it in three types, that is nucleus, cytoplasm and the plasma membrane. Now we will be talking only about the outer membrane, that is the plasma membrane. First we will try to understand about plasma membrane, then we will go for cytoplasm region, and then we will go for nuclear region. Okay, Rahul, good morning Rahul. Energy stored in mitochondria, absolutely correct beta. So each organelle is having certain work. That day in the first class I discussed just in like playing mode, that one work is packaging and dispatching, another work is a suicide bag, someone is exactly having genetic information, transmitting the information, some is exactly treasury house which is giving you energy. So definitely beta, each one is exactly having its function. Time to time we will understand that part, but first focus here in the outermost boundary. The outer boundary of the cell is plasma membrane. Inside this lies the cytoplasm. Various cellular or cell organelles and inclusions are suspended in cytoplasm. All activities inside the cell and interactions of the cell with its environment is possible due to these features. Out of these organelles, nucleus is visible under a light microscope. The other organelles can be seen under electron microscope only. So this is exactly just the what the content what I told. They have just informed this one. Yes beta, you will will be seeing the most important differentiation. Light microscope here is, they are what they are talking about. Which microscope are they talking about? What is light microscope here? We have discussed exactly what is light microscope they are talking about here. Who can say this answer? What they are discussing, what is light microscope here is? Light microscope beta. What is the light microscope they are talking about here? Yes. Very good, Shrutika. Exactly, the other name of light microscope is compound microscope. So beta, through compound microscope we can see the nucleus, we can see the outer boundary, that means the plasma membrane, we can see some part, but beta we cannot differentiate the organelles to that much defined way. For that we are using what microscope? Normal microscope ne beta, it is exactly having a name called as compound microscope. I have exactly, you go and check the biology first or second class, in that microscope I have discussed. At the time Robert Hooke part I have exactly discussed. That time I have shown you that compound microscope and electron microscope. So definitely beta, electron microscope magnification power is 1 lakh or 4 lakh, means it is much higher in compared to that of compound microscope. Its magnification is 300 to 1500. So definitely it is less in compared to that of electron microscope. So electron microscope can show the organelles also, it can define the organelle part also nicely, because its magnification is much higher in compared to that of compound microscope. Correct only, Shrutika. So definitely beta, this part you must remember. Yes ma'am, I am present. Okay, you are present, but what about the other children, those who are? That I will check, don't right now, just focus into this part beta. So definitely this is exactly explained about inclusions. Inclusions means which is exactly going inside. Inclusions where specifically means the things which is going inside. So they have exactly explained about this 3 part, and I think I have also explained about this 3 part in much details, that why this functional division is a major functional region division is there. They have explained, I have explained in my own way. Okay, now look here beta, we will go to the next part, nature and occurrence. Nature and occurrence. Nature and occurrence. Correct only, Shrutika, they are called as suicide bags only. Darshini, you joined late. One time beta, you can check the video from the beginning. Now you join the class. After that, after the class will finish, just to see that first part from the beginning. Now look here beta, nature and occurrence. Most cellular organelles such as mitochondria, chloroplast, lysosomes, peroxisomes, Golgi apparatus, they will be exactly nucleus, endoplasmic, are all enclosed by unit membrane. Definitely the cell surface membrane or the plasma membrane is the outer covering of each cell. It is present in cells of plant and animal and microorganisms. So definitely beta, this is exactly nature and occurrence. They are telling that okay, most of the some of the organelles are present in plant cells also and animal cells also. Plasma membrane will be doing its coating work for all the organelles only. So all the different type of eukaryotic, prokaryotic cells, it is exactly doing its job. Okay, so here I got distracted at the time of reading your statement. Okay, fine. Oh wait, okay, understood what you want to say. Fine, beta. So that means what, here if we are talking about nature and occurrence, then we know that these organelles that is present inside plant cell and organelles that is present inside. So most of the organelles which is present inside plant cell you will be seeing in animal cells also, but some organelles are there which is present in animal cells. You will be seeing having small shape or size difference will be there, that I will be discussing in later when I will keep on touching those sections one by one, then I will explain that part, beta. Now here next important part I am going to only discuss about plasma membrane now, because first section nature and occurrence was, we know that organelles will be exactly present in organelles. I am exactly, yes, chloroplast will not be there. Chloroplast will not be there, beta. Chloroplast will not be there. Chloroplast will not be there. Chloroplast is not there in animal cells, definitely, beta, because chloroplast is exactly containing chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is responsible for, it's the green pigment which is responsible for photosynthesis. If your body will be exactly containing chloroplast, then you will not be looking, your skin color will also be green, and definitely, beta, what you will be doing, you will be doing photosynthesis. You will also be doing photosynthesis. Okay, that I am going to, yes, beta, that I am no cell wall, that is the basic differences what the plant cell and animal cell is having. So may I continue this part, beta? Now tell me, should I continue this section, beta? May I continue this section now, beta? Because structure, now we will be talking about the plasma membrane. This should be in your note. If you are not writing this part about nature and occurrence, so definitely everyone knows that outer coating, each cell, it is present in cell, plant, so outer coating is present here in microorganisms also, plant, animal and microorganism. You will be seeing plasma membrane giving it a coating, but beta, these mitochondria, chloroplast, lysosome, peroxisome, Golgi apparatus, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, and all these will be exactly present inside the animal and plant cell. Okay, so this part over. So now I think I read all your comments. Now look here, beta, now I am going to be focusing in my work. Now structure. So now when we are going to talk about the structure of the cell, now each and organelle study of the structure of the organelles also is very, very important. Now first we are going to talk about plasma membrane. So this should be in your note about plasma membrane. It is a living, plasma membrane is a living, thin, delicate, elastic, selectively permeable membrane. It is exactly this, I can understand, living. Definitely plasma membrane is living part of the cell. It is not dead. It is living part of the cell. It is not dead. It is living part of the cell. It is not dead. Next important point is it is thin. So definitely this membrane is very, very thin. It is not very, very thick. So it is thin. Next, delicate. 100% plasma membrane is delicate. Next, elastic. Definitely, beta, when what you call certain contents are going inside the cell, if it will not be elastic, beta, it will not allow the cell to be exactly increased. So definitely it will be elastic. The plasma membrane outer region, this plasma membrane is exactly elastic. Okay, so it is elastic. Then selectively permeable membrane. Who can say about this selectively permeable membrane? What is this selectively permeable means here? What is this selectively permeable means here? Who can answer this part? Selectively permeable. Selectively permeable. Selectively permeable means what? Selectively permeable means what, beta? Selectively permeable means what? Selectively permeable means what? Very good, Keshav. So exactly selectively permeable means it does not allow everything to go. Cell inclusion cannot be done by everything. Means whatever microbes, whatever microorganism will come, certain unwanted wastes will come. So they will, the plasma membrane will not be allowing everything to go inside it. So exactly which one is needed by the cell, it will be taking it only. So that's why plasma membrane is also called as selectively permeable membrane, because it will not allow everything to go inside it. Okay, and more or less it is restricting the content to go inside it by maintaining the cell size. So cell size will be maintained because the selectively permeable membrane does not allow everything to go inside it. at once. So definitely it is exactly controlling the size also. That's why it is also called as beta selectively permeable membrane. So what is the name of plasma membrane? You can say that permission for only certain organisms. If you will be saying beta, not organisms, actually gases exchange is taking place. Now food will be there, waste product it is throwing beta. If any foreign particles will try to come, then it is exactly allowing selectively. That means if it is not a danger to the cell, it will not be exactly it will be exactly allowing it. So it will be checking the content, taking it, because it has to maintain the concentration level of the cell also. Concentration level of the cell I will explain, hypotonic, hypertonic and isotonic solution. At that time beta I am going to teach that how concentration of the cell is also maintained. But beta plasma membrane is called selectively because of its more super fantastic work, because it allows whatever is needed inside. You itself tell me one thing, that in your house if some stranger person will come, or if a very big something will come, a very big what you called stone will try to enter inside your main gate, will you allow that stone or unwanted things to go inside your house? No, no. So exactly your door, your house is what? Your house and door is protecting the family members. In the same way, plasma membrane only allows whatever, like food content which is important, it is allowing. Waste content that should be going out, it is throwing. Some important protein what the cell is secreting, they allows it to go it out, take it out. So definitely beta, its function is to selectively allow the content to go in and come out. Okay, go in and come out. That's why it is called containing beta. It is called higher concentration. Outside will be more beta, outside will be more. Now look here beta, that means what? Under light microscope this merely appears as a single line. However, the development of electron microscope has made it possible to investigate the detailed structure of biological. That's why beta plasma membrane is also called as biological membrane. See, this is exactly 7 nanometer, so it is exactly 7 nm in size. And beta look here, thickness, in thickness it is this much. Now beta, this is also called as biological membrane. So this word I really want in your note. This is exactly called as biological membrane, biological membranes. Okay, that is plasma membrane and other membrane of cellular organelles that also we can study now by the invention, because we have invented electron microscope. Because of the invention of electron microscope, correct only beta, correct only. I think you have already studied this part, very super. So by the invention of electron microscope, it is now very easy for us to check whatever is present inside and how it is functioning. So all the detailed discovery we can do by electron microscope. Now most important thing, which one should be there in your note? This one, living part of cell and non-living part of cell. This is exactly not for one day, 2 day, this is for future purpose also. I want you to remember this one, which section is living part of the cell, which section is non-living part of the cell. So definitely beta, we started with a note that plasma membrane is the living part of the cell. It is living. Cytoplasm is also living part of the cell. Endoplasmic reticulum, both rough and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, it is living part of the cell. And beta, mitochondria, Golgi, ribosomes, lysosomes, centrioles, that is animal only. Centrioles are only present in animals. Plastids, which is exactly present in plant, and nucleus, all these are exactly called as living part of cells. All these are exactly living part of cells. So these names should always remember that which are the living part of the cells. So definitely beta, among these some are only present in plant, some are only present in animal. Like centrioles are only present in animal, its function I am going to teach you. And plastids are only present in plant. Definitely many things are related to plastids, and it is a very important point to discuss. So when I will go to plastids, I will discuss each and every part of plastids. Okay. And then nucleus is so very important, and it is the living part of the cell. Now let's go and check which part is the non-living part of the cell. Definitely beta, cell wall is the non-living part of the cell. It is exactly containing lignin, it will be giving strength to the cell. So definitely cell wall will be exactly the non-living part of the cell. Vacuoles are exactly storage chambers, it is exactly not living, it is non-living. Granules or cell inclusions, these are granules are nothing but cell inclusions, and they are exactly beta again non-living. Granules part also we will be studying in future. So just when we will be differentiating cell wall and then vacuoles and granules, only these three are non-living, rest other everything comes under living section of the cell. Rest other everything comes under which one beta? Rest other everything comes under living part of the cell. Rest other everything children comes under which one? Living part of the cell. Rest other under plastids contain chloroplast. Beta, it is not only chloroplast, it is leucoplast and chromoplast, three are there. So I will give you the wholesome information, just allow me to go to that regions, you will be able to understand everything. Till now in biology, from the day I have started, I am explaining everything now beta, that chloroplast is there, chromoplast is there, leucoplast is there. So not only one plast, there are three plast: chromo, chloro and leucoplast. I am going to explain that which one is color, which one is colorless. Yes, so plastids are exactly beta, plastids are exactly the living part of the cell. Centrioles are also living part of the cell. Lysosomes, ribosomes, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, cytoplasm, plasma membrane and nucleus, all are living part of the cell. Okay, only non-living section is cell wall, which is only present in plant, then vacuoles, which is exactly present in animal and plant both, but in plant it will be of big size, animal size will be very very small. Granules will be there, which is a type of cell inclusion, that also I am going to discuss. So this part we have finished. Now beta, this is animal cell and this is we are going to discuss this one, this and animal and plant cell. See, this is the food vacuole. See the size of food vacuole, which is very big in plant cell, but in animal if you will see, it will be somewhere very very small. It will be somewhere very very small, it will not be seen also. Okay, now we are going to discuss some advantage of selectively permeable membrane. 100% this should be there in your note. 100% this should be there in your note. Advantage of selectively permeable membrane. 100% this part should be there in your note beta. That is selectively permeable membrane or plasma membrane. So selectively permeability of plasma membrane ensures some very important thing beta. I want you to remember this. That's why it is in my card to explain you this one. So what is the function? You will be always asking, auntie, what is the only work? That means it is only allowing something to go inside. That what are the things that it is allowing to go inside? What are the things it is throwing out? Then we are going to understand. In the advantage beta, its function and advantage. So plasma membrane function is this one and advantage is this one. This two I want in your note. So definitely beta, just I am going to explain this one. Selectively permeable. Permeability of plasma in membrane ensure molecules enter the cell. So first thing is that only important content should enter the cell, means which are needed by the cell, only that should enter the cell. So plasma membrane is exactly, or selectively permeable membrane work is to not allow unwanted things to go inside the cell. It only allows the important things to go inside the cell, first thing. Second is the metabolic the metabolic intermediate remains within the cell and secretion and waste leaves the cell. Definitely metabolic intermediates means whatever important organelles are there, it should not be coming out of the cell, means whatever content which is exactly present inside the cell, which is doing metabolic activities, most of the organelles, they should be present inside the cell and they should not be leaving the cell. So that's why beta, it is a type of coating which will take all the organelles together inside and it will be keeping it safe inside. So that part is there. And next is whatever waste is there in the cell, like beta, in one day whatever waste your house is exactly in house collecting, are you keeping it in home? No, you are exactly throwing it out because your home will be clean. In the same way beta, cells means after formation of waste inside the cell, that waste should be taken out. Then you will be thinking, auntie, what type of waste? Carbon dioxide is a waste for cell beta. Once cellular respiration will be taking place, carbon dioxide gas is formed, so that waste is exactly there, so that is exactly has to be thrown out. So many different wastes are there. We will see that what are the different waste present there which has to be thrown out beta, which has to be thrown out. Now selectively permeability of the cellular membrane enables the cell to maintain homeostasis. What is homeostasis? That is a constant internal environment in spite of changes outside it. That means what beta, whatever right now corona is spread outside, what the public is telling, stay inside because inside you are safe. In the same way, plasma membrane makes the cell safe. Makes the cell safe means the internal organelles and its work, whatever is there, it is safe inside. Whatever outside is happening, cell work is to maintain its internal activity. So plasma membrane keep the thing safe inside. That is, whatever work is there, it will be exactly done inside, and it is exactly internal environment. It is maintaining the internal environment. So definitely beta, if some criminals will try to come in your house, the door will, when the door will be locked, they will not be able to come inside. So same way plasma membrane, if any pathogen or something will be wanting to come inside, wanting to create problem, so it will not allow. So that means internal organelles will do its function effectively. So that part is there. Next is beta, the substance generally drawn in the cell, means the things which come inside the cell, that is raw material for metabolism, that is food, water, oxygen, salt, that is regulatory substances, vitamins and hormones. These are needed by the cells. So cell is allowing, okay, take out. That same way beta, when I am going to market, I am buying the whatever things is needed in the house. We have family members, whatever they are needing, we are going and buying that. In the same way beta, organelles, whatever organelles are needed for living, that will be allowed to come into the house. So they are allowing it to come inside the house. So these are the things, that raw materials for metabolism, food, water, salt, oxygen, regulatory substances, they are exactly like hormones and vitamins, they are welcomed. But the substances generally outside of the cell includes the product of metabolism. After the activities, whatever, after the food what you are eating and utilizing for your body, which are waste content, that you are going to take it out, the product of metabolism, namely nitrogenous waste, carbon dioxide, secretions such as protein, proenzymes, hormones, milk, tear, mucus. This is for different cell products. These are, milk is exactly for tear also, mucus also. They are exactly proenzymes, protein, hormones, immunoglobulins. They are exactly antibodies beta. So it is not secreted by all the cells. Some cells have specialized to take out milk, some cells are specialized to take out hormones. So this is exactly after metabolic activity they are releasing this one, and this will be used by some other part of the body. So definitely beta, for the cell after secretion, it is not important. So what they are doing, they are taking it out and it will be used by the body. Like hormones means the site where hormones is generated, that site is not needing hormone, the full body will be needing hormone. So after the cell will form the hormone will nicely regulate in the body, and hormone is having a specific work to do. So definitely mammary gland will be secreting milk. This milk formation will be definitely used by the babies. So definitely cells, once they will do their metabolic activity, they will release some of the things. These are the secretions done by the cells, and these secretions are exactly important. And definitely immunoglobulins are very antibodies are important for the body. Our body is not throwing out, cell is taking it out. After forming, it is taking it out, but these are used by the body beta. But these are the real waste which is exactly should be thrown out of the body. So I am going to keep it till here. Yes beta, outstate means beta, it is going to take it out. It is taking out from the cell beta. It is taking out from the cell, but not from the body, because it is very important for the body. Like antibodies needed for the body, definitely protein needed for the body, proenzymes, hormones, milk, tear and mucus. These mucus is also needed. So some cells are secreting, some cells are specialized to generate all these things, and it is needed by the body. The real waste is exactly nitrogenous wastes and and carbon dioxide that the cell is exactly giving in the what you call outside region, and it will be collected by the blood will take it into the kidney will definitely kidney will filter the some of the what you called the liver. When a liver will be forming uric acid, urea, that uric acid will be going in the bloodstream. Now this carbon dioxide will go in the bloodstream, then carbon dioxide will be taken to the lungs, and lungs will take it out carbon dioxide. Nitrogenous waste will be going to certain site where they will be exactly going, so the nitrogenous waste, urea, and that part will be exactly going out through kidney. So there are filtration unit which will filter it and take it out from the body. But cells secretion, most of the secretion like milk secretion, tear, mucus, they will be used by the body or by the other content. Like milk will be used by the babies. Okay, so I'm going to keep it till here. Next class we will be talking in biology about it in much details, beta. Okay.